I now have the honor of introducing Dr. Steve Leach. Steve is the director of Norris Cotton Cancer Center. He holds the Preston and Virginia Kelsey Distinguished Chair in Cancer and is a professor of molecular and systems biology and of surgery. His specialty is pancreatic cancer, and he has been our leader since 2018. Oh, and since he's an avid cyclist, Steve has never missed participating in the Prouty, even before he started working here. He is the only Cancer Center director, sorry Ross, to ever ride the Prouty Ultimate. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Jean. Wow, thanks so much, and thanks to Patty, to Hope, and to Ken for their inspiring words, and just thanks to everyone for zooming in. It's just an amazing array of faces and friends, and a lot of VIPs from Audrey's Horsch family. Thank you all for being here. Ross McIntyre, the founding director of the Norris Cotton Cancer Center, who made it all happen. Our board members, my Prouty Ultimate sisters, Julie and Marilyn, the Wonder Women, my Prouty Ultimate brother, Andy O. It's so good to see everybody out there. It just warms my heart to see everybody who's so strongly supportive of our beloved Prouty. And I thought I'd briefly just mention, many of you might be a little interested in what's going on at the medical center in general in the time of the pandemic. But then I really want to kind of remind us all, like, why we Prouty, and especially why we are going to virtually Prouty this year. I'm so proud of the way that Dartmouth-Hitchcock has handled the pandemic crisis. Fortunately, we were never overwhelmed with patients. The number of actual COVID cases requiring hospitalization came well underneath all of the projections. And nevertheless, to keep our patients, our families, and staff safe, we ramped down all non-urgent elective care appropriately to avoid transmission and to respect guidelines of social distancing. And in so doing, the institution is taking an almost unfathomable financial hit, a six-figure financial hit that was previously kind of unimaginable. We're doing this. Our leadership has accepted these difficult finances without a single layoff, protecting the community of our Upper Valley and respecting the loyalty and commitment and talent of our staff, and just saying we will get through this together. And it's been really inspiring to be a part of. We're now explicitly pivoting to the recovery phase. We got down as low as about 50% of normal operations, and now we're back up towards 80, and probably shooting to go even past 100% of what we used to do because of the pent-up demand and the need to take care of folks who've postponed their therapies. So it's a really proud time to be part of DH. But I really want to remind us all why we are Proutying even in these crazy times. And plain and simple, it's because, as so many participants on this call know, as Hope has reminded us, we need to Prouty because even in the face of COVID, cancer patients don't get a day off. And even, as I said, while the rest of Dartmouth-Hitchcock has appropriately ramped down for elective clinical activity, most cancer treatments cannot be postponed. And throughout even the peak of the COVID crisis, the Norris Cotton Cancer Center continued to treat 100 to 150 patients a day, even while we made lots of difficult adjustments to keep everybody safe in doing so. And so that's why We Prouty Now. And We Prouty Now because with everything else that's going on today, we all still know someone who's struggling or affected by cancer. And we need to continue to provide our community, our family members, our loved ones, our friends with our one-of-a-kind patient and family support services and the benefits of our groundbreaking cancer research. And you just heard a little about that from Ken Meehan, but just to update you on a couple other kind of breathtaking research accomplishments, all made possible by the Prouty. We were just selected as the single lead academic site to evaluate a next generation cancer immunotherapy that was discovered here at Dartmouth with support from the Prouty. And this led to the development of a new drug that blocks a molecule called VISTA. And this drug unleashes the immune system to attack cancer cells. And now patients in our community in the Upper Valley will be the first in the country to be able to access this exciting new drug through this clinical trial. And Ken's been involved in the leadership of getting this off the ground. So thank you, Ken. And reflecting scientific successes like this, we recently found out that our cancer center, of all the cancer centers in the country, that we ranked number 6 behind only MD Anderson, Johns Hopkins, Duke, the University of California, San Diego, and Stanford in the level of our research innovation, marked by the number of National Cancer Institute funded biotech startup companies. So I used to say on a per capita basis, we excelled in research, but I'm just going to stop saying that altogether. We are in the very, very top tier of cancer centers nationwide when it comes to impactful research. And this means that we can even take our cancer research skills and reapply them during times of crisis like this to help better understand and develop new treatments for COVID. The National Cancer Institute released some monies for cancer research and said, if there are ways that cancer centers can repurpose this money to study and improve COVID therapies, we are willing to consider applications. And we just found out that we're one of only 2 cancer centers in the entire country that receive multiple grants to temporarily repurpose a small amount of our cancer research to help fight the battle against COVID. And it turns out that if you're really good at knowing how the immune system combats cancer, like we are, you have some special skills and special talents to bring to know how to help the immune system better fight COVID. So this has been really inspiring to see this intersection of cancer center and COVID research. And so we Prouty to support our patients, to support their families, and to support our groundbreaking cancer research. But I think we also Prouty as a way to sustain, and I get a little emotional talking about this, we Prouty as a way to sustain our community. You know, Patty from the very first Prouty is here. If you could only see the Prouty now, Patty, it's truly a miracle, a joyful miracle of people coming together from all walks of life, from town and gown, from across the generations, from old and young, across all the little towns that make up our wonderful Upper Valley, and even beyond the good that the Prouty does, raising money for cancer research. The Prouty is a good unto itself. It's a way that our community sustains itself. And I think especially it was a beautiful spring day, finally, you know, here in Hanover today. And there's a feeling of rebirth. There's a feeling of recovery. And even though we'll be doing it virtually, I think the Prouty is going to contribute much to that. And so that's why we Prouty. And as Jean is here, the ringleader of our Prouty community, I just want to acknowledge that this year we're also Proutying for Jean. She's been with us as the executive director of the Friends of the Norris Cotton Cancer Center since 2003. I think this is her 15th Prouty, and Jean has played such an important role.
17.
17. Really, you look
Don't
younger
lose
than
any.
you look younger than that. I wouldn't think that possible.
Thank you.
But Jean has clearly been the ringleader in building the Prouty into what it is today. And so this is a special year with a Jean's Legacy Fund, and there'll be many opportunities to thank Jean for her multi-decade contribution to the Prouty. But I just want to acknowledge her now. If everybody could unmute for a second, and give a round of applause to Jean. So again,
Jean.
So, again, this is just a joy. It just for me, it feels like the start of the rebirth of a post-COVID upper valley, and I can't wait to hear everybody's Prouty stories. And my love, Kathy Kirkland, is on the call with me. We'll be out there writing our own 100. My 24-year-old son has just got back from Cambodia. He'll be doing his first Prouty Ultimate, and we all need to keep our distance, and we all need to Prouty in our own virtual way, but we'll all be together in spirit. So thank you all. It's so good to see everybody, and I'll turn it back over to Jean.